Hello, bonjour, bienvenidos, benvenuti, welcome to the Music Polyglot channel. Today we are going to learn a song that has not been released yet, right? So Emma by Lizzy McAlpine has not been released as a studio version, I mean. So we are going to be basing ourselves strictly on one live version. This is her NPR Tiny Desk performance, right? Why do I say this? Well, it's actually a big disclaimer, right? So one day this song is going to be released as a studio version, hopefully, and it might change, right? So this is the way she's been playing it live during her 2022 tour. As always with Lizzy McAlpine's songs, we need to start by talking about the tuning. So here it goes from low to high. D, A, D, F sharp, G, D. Okay, this is a type of dad fad tuning, slightly modified in that the second string goes all the way down. Be careful when you're tuning the second string, you go down to a G. So you have that awesome G and F sharp next to each other on the second and third strings. Now let's talk about the rhythm. The rhythm is actually very simple, but to make it sound good is actually quite hard. So the basic rhythm is semiquavers or 16th notes. We are playing all semiquavers. What does that mean? So say your beat is here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 beats in each bar, and say that's your beat. 16th notes are those. You need to fit 4 of those in every beat. 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. Down, up, 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 down, up. Those are semiquavers. The good thing is that we don't have to subdivide them, group them or anything. We just need to strum them all. But the difficult thing is that we need to bring out the beat. So the first semiquaver, so 1 and 2. Okay, there, did you hear how you can hear the first semiquaver, that is the beat, really loudly, and then the rest of the beat, so the other 3 16th notes, really just sound faintly in the background. They provide rhythm more than anything. So you definitely don't want that. You don't want all of them to ring out at the same volume, let's say. You want the first beat to be loud. That's the first thing that you're going to have to practice. Let me play this for you really slowly so that you can see and hear what I mean. 3, 4. Right? So take some practice really to hit that beat hard and then come off completely. So really just as to brush the strings very gently on the 3 remaining 16th notes. Notice that I'm playing with my fingers the way Lizzy does, and it really is just the index on the way down and the thumb on the way up. So now we need to add an extra layer to this. Not only are we going to accent the beat, but we have to accent it in slightly different ways. Beats 1 and 3, we're going to accent the bass notes for our chord, namely the bottom 3 strings. And on 2 and 4, you actually want to accent the middle strings. Let's say strings 3 and 4, really the 2 middle ones, aim for those. You'll notice that throughout the whole tune, we're not really hitting the high E string. Well, now it's a D, right? So we're not hitting the first string, and we're barely hitting the second one. It's mainly based around the bottom 4 strings. So accenting the bass notes on 1 and 3 and the high strings of the chord in beats 2 and 4. Check it out. 3, 4. Slow. Okay, a good way of thinking about it, it's almost as if you have this bum, 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 bum contrast between bass chord, and in between you have that background rhythm, right? All right. Now, this is really what makes this pattern work so nicely. Make sure that you strum really smoothly. That's actually going to help you. Start by going really soft on it and really just accent a little bit. See if you get away with that, and if not, just accent a little bit more. But start by really playing softly, and that's going to make the whole sonority of these chords come out. Practice this first. And now I'll show you the chords. Okay, so let me show you the main 3 chords for the main sequence. We have chord number 1, which is just a D major chord. With, we're going to be playing that 2nd string, so it's going to be an added 4th, because that's a G. So let's call this a D add 4. It's a D major chord with an added 4th. So that's all 5 strings, 6, let's say, open. Good, that's chord number 1. Chord number 2 is an E minor 7. So this is the bottom 4 or 5 strings. It's almost like an E major chord if you were in standard tuning, but your fingers 2 and 3, they need to go to strings 6 and 5. The index stays on string 3. Right? Okay, that's chord number 2. Chord number 3, it's the exact same shape, but you go up 2 frets. 1, 2. Right, we're just going up the scale really. But this, because of that open string, this is an F sharp minor with a flat 6. And then you're going to come back down. Let me play you that sequence. Remember the accents. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that's the intro. And the main part of the verse is going to be this sequence again, twice more. The other 2 times, the ending is different. Let me play them for you both. Sequences 3 and 4. 3, 4. So far, same thing. Now here in the last bar, so what was that? So after that F sharp minor, that bar of F sharp minor, we actually go up another fret to the 5th fret. If you're used to Dat fat, this is a major shape in Dat fat, right? So you have your middle finger on the 6th string, 5th fret, your ring finger also on the 5th fret, but of the 5th string, and then the pinky on the 3rd string, same 5th fret. You come up here. The rhythm will be slightly modified. You really just want to accent the beat. You'll have a 1 under. And then back down to the F sharp minor 7. And then down to the E minor 7. Okay, so let me play that again, this time slowly. Here we go. You go back to the main part of the sequence, which starts off the same. F sharp. And here, the ending is different again. You go up to that G, 1, 2, you turn it into a minor, 3, 4. Okay, so we said 2 beats on G major, which then you turn into a minor. You do that by swapping the pinky, which was on the 5th fret, for the index on the 4th fret. And then you go back to the main sequence. So quick note on this pattern. You'll hear Lizzy play it like this. Check it out, last chord. Here. Okay, did you catch that? I'll play it again. I'll slow it down. Here. What happened? So on the last bar of that E minor 7, you're going all nicely and normally, going 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E, and you take your index off on the E of 4. Just that one bar one more time. 1 and a 2. Okay, it's a nice little ornament, so I do encourage you to try and get it. Okay, now this song has a really interesting second section, right, where the chords go a little bit crazy. So let me actually play that for you so you can see what's going on, and then we'll break it down. 3, 4. So here. And then you go back to one of the other previous sequences. Okay, so as you can see, this is really involved. If you need tabs, you know that you can check out the Patreon page. You have the full tab there with every single rhythm and every single chord laid out for you. Now let me show you how that goes. So after playing the main sequence in the regular way, you come back to that E, and now then you're going to jump with the exact same shape all the way up to the 8th fret for the index, 9th fret for the other two. Okay, and here you're going to play 1, 2, and So then you're going to drop down 2 frets, turn that into a major shape, keep that shape, and drop 2 frets. And then open D. Always with the same rhythm, right? So just that rundown is 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and a 1, 2, and a 3, 4. Okay, there. So after that D, you come back to the first and second frets, which is that E minor 7. You play almost a full bar, like 1, 2, 3. But on the 4th beat, you go 4 and you're just going up 2 frets to the F sharp, exact same shape. You land on the G major, which is that major shape. And you go back to the main rhythm, all 4 semiquavers with the accents on the beats. Right, that's the first half. So for the second half, you go like this. Let's break it down. So from that G, you go up 2 frets with the exact same shape to the A. You're going to play 1, 2, and Then you go up 2 frets, you turn that into the minor shape with the index 1 fret below. You play 1 beat only. And you go back to the A where you were a second ago. And then down to the G, which is the exact same shape but 2 frets lower. And then down to the open D. Whew. Okay, and that's the end of the excursion, sort of. Because then you land on that E minor 7, which is that 1st and 2nd fret chord. You play 2 bars of this. And here, okay, watch out, because it's really important that you keep count. 2 bars of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and again 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you have one pesky bar of 2, 4, where you have to go 1, 2. So that was the E minor 7 up to the F sharp minor, same shape, in order to land on that G. And you play that really softly. 1, 2. Now that turns from a G minor to a G add 9. This is a little bit of a stretch, right? So from the pinky, you swap that for the index 2 frets lower. So the index is going to be on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, right? And the rhythm there is going to be, well, this is a bit flexible, okay? You need to kind of keep the hand going in semiquavers in order not to lose the beat, but make sure that you don't play much at all and that you play really softly. So there we have it. I hope that was clear enough, because, there's a lot going on in this song. Remember that I read and reply to all the comments that you leave down below. So if you have any questions, just pop it in there. Also remember that you have tabs on my Patreon page. Check out the description. And finally, you know that if you need help with this and you want a free one-on-one lesson with me on this tune, you can contact me through my website or just DM me. Thank you for staying till the end, and I'll see you next time. Hasta la próxima. Arrivederci. Au revoir.